Let's talk about what's happening in Israel and Palestine right now. The two sides are at war. In the wee hours of October 6th, Palestinian militant group Hamas caught Israel off guard. Sirens went off as militants from Gaza entered by land, sea, and air. Hamas claims it fired 5,000 rockets. Israel puts the figure at a little over 2,000. Now, there is a lot of history and geopolitics to this decades-old conflict. But how are the people on both sides coping at the moment? I'm Ananya Dutta, and this is The Witness.
So I'm living in the middle of the Gaza Strip, which is considered one of the safest places among the Gaza Strip. And in fact, it's not. This time, there is too many airstrikes and bombing in the neighborhood where I live. And there is too many fatalities and people who lost their lives and their homes. The children are screaming and we are trying to hide in our places and homes.
Very early in the morning, we were all sleeping and we woke up to horrible sirens, endless missiles attack. During this missile attack, of course, we ran to our shelter rooms with the three of our children. They were woken up. They were terrified. We tried to calm them down. But this is the situation now in Israel. We are having a small Holocaust.
Battle lines were immediately drawn and bloodshed began on both sides. The brutality has been extreme, even for a region like this that sees regular bouts of violence. Thousands have already been killed and hundreds of thousands more displaced. Israel has called in its reserve troops and is bombarding Gaza from all sides. It's in complete siege at the moment. Meanwhile, Hamas militants are majorly making headway on foot. Some have been breaking into Israeli houses and public spaces.
They went inside houses with children. They killed children in front of their parents, babies, shot. It's not normal.
The streets is empty. There is some cars maybe which is going to evacuate or for ambulances, journalists and TVs and the press agencies. There is mosques where bombed, and Onorwa school, which is considered as a shelter for the civilians, are also three schools which considered shelter are bombed till now. So the situation is not going to be easy at all.
Gaza is a small strip of land with just 365 square kilometers area. Now, this is home to nearly 2 million Palestinians who live under an Israeli blockade. Hamas has been operating from this region since the year 1987. While parts of the world sees this group as a militant or terror outfit, Palestinians see it as a movement of resistance. Hamas launched its Operation Al-Aqsa Storm with majorly three aims. One, to punish Israelis for what Palestinians see as an illegal occupation. Two, denounce any Arab normalization with Israel. And three, secure an exchange to free its political prisoners who are currently held in Israeli jails. Experts say innocent people in this war will be reduced to bargaining chips.
And they started to butcher them, they started to kidnap them, they shouted them down, they kidnapped them, dragged them by foot by cars to Gaza, and many parents don't know where are their children. Husbands find out that their women and babies are taken to Gaza by watching TikTok and Facebook and Instagram while these animals are putting this video on the net.
The UN Secretary General once said, "If there is a hell on earth, it is the lives of children in Gaza." But like any war, young minds on both sides are experiencing death and destruction at levels they cannot comprehend. Their playgrounds have turned into concrete rubble and a source of unending trauma. Both our guests have children between the ages of 7 and 13.
They asked me, Mommy, show us where the terrorists get in. And I told them, don't worry, it's next to Gaza, it's far away from us, we are safe here. And today, they came to Ashdod. 5 terrorists, even more, I don't know the exact amount, were entered to Ashdod. Luckily, the police and the soldiers stopped them. We've been asked by our kids the same questions. You promised me that they won't come here, but they did. You lied to me. So it's very difficult.
Every time we have such a situation, they ask why we are not enjoying our life, right to life, and why is security also. And I give them some instruction in case we lost each other in the street, if we evacuated, what to go do and where to go, and with whom to stay.
The conflict between Israel and Palestine has spanned for 200 years. So it is a generational political issue. It started with selfish interests of the British colonizers, but might not end with today's fighting. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu warns that this war could be a long and difficult one. Hamas says it is prepared to fight at all fronts. Now, peace at the moment looks like a distant thought, while hatred takes over minds, hearts, and streets.
There will not be peace with these animals. The Hamas should be destroyed. They are not representing anyone besides, and anyone who supports these animals are just supporting terror.
The issue with Palestinians is not if they are with or against Hamas. It's about their right to fight against the occupation and right to life.
You cannot make peace with people who killed your babies.
Believe me, there is no Palestinian on this land who is not looking for peace. We are a peace seeker. Like we are freedom seeker, we are peace seeker in fact. But we want the peace that give us the justice and the dignity.
That was Israel and Palestine through the lens of a common man. We will be back with another episode of The Witness. Till then, goodbye.